spectral vlog.
Yeah, spectral vlog.
Spectral vlog.
Spectral vlog. Hi everyone, this is Spectral Sisters, and we're gonna do like a little spectral vlog, and we're gonna tell
story time.
Yeah, we're gonna tell ghost stories that have happened to us. Not all of them, but maybe a couple. We might do some more in the future. I'll go first, I guess. I'm trying to think of like my first ghost experience. I think the very first one I ever had was when we were living in this rented house. It was the middle of the night and I was sleeping, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked across and there was like another bed because we had someone who would stay there, and there was like this woman laying on the bed, and like she didn't look like a person, she looked like ethereal, I guess is the right word for it. She was just laying there sleeping as well, and there was like a black dog at her feet, and the dog was staring right at me. He had like piercing white eyes and he was like panting, and I was like, I think I was like 12, and I was like, nope, and I turned back around and I just went back to sleep.
Was there anything about the dog in particular, since it was looking at you, that you felt threatened by?
No, actually I felt pretty fine about it. I mean, I was scared because I didn't know what in the world was going on, because I was like, and I just immediately just was like, nope, I'm just not gonna. I had this mentality where I was like, if I don't look at it, it's not there. But it happened the next night. The woman didn't come back, but the dog came back. And I just was like, he was just staring at me, just like panting on the bed. And I was just like, well, go away. And he went away after I told him to go away, so I don't know what he was doing there. Like, it was very weird.
I don't have interesting stories. Okay, so like, I don't like to talk about it, but I can sense things and vibes and stuff, and I've witnessed supernatural experiences. I don't like talking about it because I do not enjoy these experiences. They're not something I look for. I'm like, hey, ghosty,
and yet you're becoming a paranormal investigation.
And it's just weird because in that moment, you don't know what you do, because you're just, I think, taken aback by the situation. In my case anyway, I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? The most recent one actually was probably like a few weeks ago. I was sleeping, and my significant other was away at work, and I woke up in the middle of the night. And I see him standing over me, and I'm like, oh, he got off work early. He's getting ready to go to bed, so I kind of close my eyes and wait. And then I look back, and he's still standing over me smiling, and I'm just like, bro, get in bed. It's bedtime. What are you doing? And he like slowly faded away, and I'm like, oh, okay. Went back to bed. Woke up a few hours later, and I saw his cousin's friend, and who's a female, and she was doing the same thing. She's standing over me smiling, and I was like, oh, nope. Rolled over, was like, not today, ghost. Which is weird because both these people are alive, so I don't know if that was reminiscence of a memory, warning, or I still don't know what it's supposed to represent. I know I was awake, and I wasn't like half awake or anything, because I don't know how to explain it, but I was awake. Like, I was awake. I was like, bro, get in bed. And, you know, I didn't say anything. Which is another thing I will always say. During all my experiences of visual entities that I see, I never communicate to them. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, mentally communicate, but never verbally.
Well, I have a question then for both of you.
Okay.
So, aside from visual, have you ever had other experiences, you know, heard something strange, smelled something, felt something, you know?
I worked at a place that had a poltergeist for a while, and one of the most hard evidences of that was like one time you scoop ice cream for certain orders and everything, and I put the ice cream scoop back where it belonged. It was this little container that cleaned it. And I turned back around to serve the customer, and I went back to go get the ice cream scoop to get another order. And the thing, literally, it couldn't have fallen out. Like, I tried to explain it in my head, and there was other people who saw it. It literally flew out of the container and across the room, just hit the wall. And I was just like, alrighty then!
No ice cream for you.
Yeah, like, other stuff like that would happen. Things would fall and stuff, and it was just the poltergeist.
I've heard things. I don't think I've ever smelled anything that
Yeah.
was unexplainable, which I would take that as a good thing because normally that's a bad sign. I sense people, like I can sense intentions, and it's hard to explain. Like if I really feel a connection to you, I'm more likely to kind of attach myself to you. I'm just like, oh, you have good vibes and energy. I want to be around you. You suck me in. And there are people that I sense really bad, negative energy, and I don't like those people. But I went to a voodoo shop once, immediately walked in, and I don't care what you believe. I'm open to anything and whatever, but there was something in that building that immediately that I walked in and I was like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I feel really sick. Something dark is in here, and I had to step out, and I had to kind of settle down, and I do have panic attacks.
Yeah. And we've had experiences where you've woken up in the middle of the night and knew that something was wrong with me.
Oh yeah, we kind of have like this sister-in-law thing going on.
And we've had a couple of times that happened where it's just like she sensed that something was wrong.
Yeah, and
even though I was like an hour away.
Yeah, like we are religious, and I feel the need to. This is kind of deep into the whole like spiritual thing. You can cut this out, but
Okay.
Like one time I feel like she was being attacked by a dark entity, and I was like, no, I'm gonna take this dark entity on. And at the time, I guess I was more. She was in a weakened state, so mentally and spiritually. So I kind of feel like it wasn't me, but I was able to help release some of that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of personal experiences with like whatever you want to call it, negative energy, demons, stuff like that. I've had a lot of that. Some of it I'm not going to talk about though because it's too personal. But yeah, but that was really weird because she woke up in the middle of the night when I was being emotionally attacked by an entity. And she told me about it. Literally, I called her the next day. For some reason, I just wanted to call her. I didn't want to call anyone else, like not my mom or anything, which is really weird for me. And I called her, and I was like, I told her everything. And I think you told me later that night. You didn't tell me right away because you didn't want to freak me out.
Yeah, I was like, she's had enough.
Yeah. Okay, well that's our stories for now. We have some more, but we're
Even it for a rainy day.
yeah.
For another day where we're gonna go somewhere and it got canceled, and so we just told some stories.
Don't reveal why we do this. Like, subscribe, and send good vibes.